Welcome in to Soccer Over There Strikes Back. We have been on a 3-year hiatus. The show is back. I'm Jason Longshore. John Nelson is here at the Brewhouse Cafe in Atlanta. And we also have someone joining in from far away, not quite over there, but kind of. There's Jarrett Smith. And you know what, Jarrett? I'm realizing something without us having headphones. I'm going to have to re-rig something a little bit so I can hear you. And his audio died. So we're flying. This is a typical Soccer Over there. Jarrett, can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up. Jarrett? I don't think Jarrett can hear us. This is perfect for Soccer Over there.
Absolutely true. He's looking very authoritative.
Jarrett is looking very pensive. He is in Utah. All kinds of people are in the chat, which is hilarious. This is ridiculous. Jeff Collins was still head coach at Georgia Tech when we had a Soccer Over there, and I was yelling about it.
Wow.
Absolutely ridiculous. Let's see if we can get a Jarrett Smith, and I might have to pull headphones in, or no, Jarrett just disappears.
Yes.
Again, he does this.
Yes.
We'll try to get Jarrett on. We will try to have a show that makes some kind of sense.
Overrated.
It is overrated. It probably won't happen, and that's kind of how Soccer Over there goes.
Mm-hmm.
We will have picks of the week. That's going to come up here in a little bit. It's a little more structured than it's been in the past. So we're not here all night trying to figure out what games we're going to pick.
True.
And also learning about some teams. We're going to learn ahead of time, and we're going to bring you the knowledge. I already have a new one coming up when they have a good game ready to get picked into the batch. We'll talk about picks of the week and how all that's going to work, and rules and scorekeeping and people making their picks remotely. We'll get into all that as we go. It's not quite over there, but it's news today that you didn't get a chance to talk about on the morning show.
Of course not.
Caleb Porter fired in New England. Jim Curtin has been linked as a possibility for the next coach of the New England Revolution. I can't say I'm surprised. I was hearing from folks in New England a while back actually asking about Rob Valentino and how he might be as the next manager of the New England Revolution.
Wow. That's loud.
What are you doing, John?
I was trying to find something.
Yeah, this is typical. Again, Soccer Over there is so back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really shocked. I think Caleb has been there long enough, and it hasn't gone anywhere. I don't think all that's on him, but things have not shown promise, in my opinion. And I think they've shown regression too much. So I couldn't say I was surprised to see this one come through. Jim Curtin would be interesting, and it kind of ties into something I want to get into when we do get into the over there portion and we talk about England and what's going on in Manchester after the bucket hat derby yesterday.
Oh boy.
Style of play is a real thing, and Jim Curtin's style of play is very different than Caleb Porter. I don't think you have the players in New England right now to play Jim Curtin soccer.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get those. Maybe he can make some of the players that are current fit him. I don't know. But that's a big switchover, kind of like going from Nuno to Ange.
Yep.
You can't just cut and chop and put a new guy in and everything makes sense. You have to actually have a plan in terms of the way teams play. And New England is going to have to think about that, because if they go to Jim Curtin, it's going to take 2 years. Like, it's going to take the January window. It's going to take the summer window. It's going to take the next January window, I think, to get the kind of players that you're going to need for that style.
Brad Feldman, voice of the Revs. He's going to be on the show with us on the morning show tomorrow at 10. So we'll get Feldy's view of what the vibe is, short order, having figured that out. So that's going to be, I figured he would be just swamped with folks wanting to know what he's looking for. And so what I wanted to do when we were discussing it is I wanted to get New England's situation when it comes to their contracts and see what it looks like toward the end of the season, decisions that have to be made, that kind of a thing. So right now,
yeah, I mean, Ropes asked, does Carlos Heel stay and for how long? I can't see him fitting into that style of play.
Contract through 26, option year for 27. So that is right now Carlos Heel.
I mean, if you start thinking plan, you'd probably want to move him in January because then he's still got a year on his deal and then an option. He would be very valuable in the league, and he's the kind of piece that could help get you jump started to getting the kinds of players you want to get.
Looking at the rest of it, you've got a lot of 27s on here. A lot of your TAM players are 27s under contract. Your two U22s are 27s. Feingold and Luca Langoni, they're 27s.
I think they can fit. I mean, the problem is you've signed a bunch of guys to play Caleb Porter ball. And Jim Curtin ball is a whole different chapter of the book. And I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work, if he's the right fit. We will see. But Carlos Heel would be a player who could get you pieces that you might want. I don't think he might actually. You might ring up Columbus and you might talk about Carlos Heel for Daniel Gazdag.
Okay.
And that could be an interesting move to get you where you want to get because Mr. Gazdag fit pretty well into Jim Curtin's system and maybe isn't quite fitting into Wilfred Nancy's system. I think Carlos Heel could. Yeah. I wonder if you could swap them almost straight up. That'd be interesting.
You want to try again with the folks?
Yeah, I guess we could try Jarrett again, possibly. Jarrett Smith, can you hear us?
Yeah. Yes.
You can. We can barely hear you. Let's see if we can rectify that.
All right.
Okay, let's try that now, Jarrett.
You got me now?
We got you low. Why don't you turn the speaker towards us?
Okay, I'll turn the speaker towards us. Excuse me while I look at the camera.
You guys know over there works. We figure it out as we go, and it doesn't always make sense. It usually gets better. Eventually. Sure. Possibly.
Usually gets better as we go along.
There we go. Now we can hear Jarrett. We almost have you like a studio monitor over here to our right. So we're going to hear ourselves back into our face. And if that sounds weird to you guys out there, we apologize. We'll work this out better next time.
Yeah. The finished basement is draining things. But you work with what you got.
Again. Yeah.
The unfinished basement does impact audio. That's true.
You have that too. Yeah. There's a little bit of that. I got you boosted up, but let me know out there, crazy people watching this show, if Jarrett's sounding okay on your end, because I think we got him now, so we're in good shape on our end.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, that's not how this.
No, we won't. That's.
Badgermon's asking if you've been to Squatters, Jarrett. I don't even know what that means.
No, I haven't. I've been traveling all over God's creation, like since I moved out here. So, yeah, no.
You've been Colorado.
No, this isn't even the future man cave, honestly, because we'll be here for like a year and then we're moving closer to the city. So there's that.
Okay.
I don't know, man. Like this area is nice, but it's also, it grew too fast. So you have a bunch of people living in a place that cannot support a bunch of people living in a place. So the roadways are just an absolute abomination.
Good times. I know how that works. I've been places like, I don't know, anywhere in Metro Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not good.
But yeah, you're right. I did go to Colorado. There was that.
There's that.
Yeah. Went to California, then went back to Colorado a second time to Red Rocks. So that was fun.
With Red Rocks.
Red Rocks is great. It's always great. I mean, it's like this this part of my soul that now firmly believes like, oh, I feel like I have to have a grudge against Colorado because
you
my
should.
license says
Yeah.
Utah. In the same way that if you live in Atlanta, you're going to have something against the cities of Nashville and Charlotte
Yes,
genetically.
I do. It's growing. I've tried to be nice. It's getting hard. Nashville Academy games were a challenge this weekend because it's Academy kids. I call games a little bit differently with the Academy teams, but they were pushing the envelope a little bit.
Interesting.
I mean, it's not. It's kind of not a surprise. I would like to see a Charlotte Academy team to see if they take on some of the personality. We've seen Crown Legacy do that. They do, and they're not very well liked by me.
I will say one of the interesting ones is I did Orlando games, and Orlando's Academy was fun. Like they were chippy, but they would take it and dish it out. And they kind of had that little insane quality where like, yeah, you were going to tackle them, but they were going to get up and trash talk you about it because they were going to do the same thing back. It was, and also I think it was their 15s that was a really good U15 last year for Orlando. That was not always going to do it, but capable of running you off the field if they were on their day. But I didn't feel that same animosity towards them.
Yeah, Orlando feels a little bit different. Like, and maybe some of it is because of Oscar Pereja going there. And I have so much respect for Oscar that I don't have the hatred I had for Orlando back in the day. The hate rankings have evolved. Philadelphia is still at the top of the list. I was very happy with Thomas Mueller. I'm having a beer in his honor tonight. That was amazing for Vancouver to do that to Philly. Charlotte and Nashville have definitely jumped Orlando for me. Yeah. They have definitely turned that. I mentioned Crown Legacy, and Will, our Huntsville perspective is in the mix. I mentioned Huntsville as well. Like Crown Legacy feels like Charlotte. Huntsville doesn't necessarily feel like Nashville right now. The way that they play, the personality of the team. So little bit different there. Crown Legacy definitely represents Charlotte. I don't like it. We are going to get into over there in a minute. This all has come up completely. Welcome to soccer.
Also,
what we do.
Also, Huntsville has their own intense hatred of a number of teams. I don't think Atlanta is one of them, but like Huntsville is more than happy to take a stick and poke certain people in the eye. They have developed the ability to hate quite efficiently. And they're separated just enough from Nashville.
Yeah.
That it's easy to make that separation. I think Huntsville has kind of become its own sentient creature, for better or worse.
I think for better. I think it helps Nashville a lot because I think that it gives you a little bit different kind of player, and you've got your own academy, and you can go to Huntsville and get a different experience. I think it's a good fit. I think it's a good setup. I think it helps you. Will
hate OCB?
Yes, I am absolutely with you on that.
Yes.
Absolutely, that checks the list. Badgermon, we're back to the Toronto thing again. Richie Larea, yes, yes, he did. He took a dive. He's trying to get a red card on somebody, probably a waiter in some restaurant. I'm not a fan of Richie Larea. I was a fan of Michael Bradley, and that was why the Toronto issue was weird for me. It's still kind of weird. Like, I don't know if I think Toronto is kind of like, for some people, Toronto and their hatred for Toronto FC is kind of like my irrational hatred of Tennessee, which is a very
not irrational. You have a reason.
I have a reason, but maybe irrational is not the right word. I think very specific because Georgia fans have different teams that they hate, and I think it's a small subset that Tennessee is the most hated. It's people who went through the Jim Donnan and Ray Goff era in Athens, and Tennessee kept killing us. Yes. Kind of like what Georgia's doing to Tennessee right now. I'm just saying. It's very reminiscent of that. So, yes, I hate Tennessee, whereas I think some people really hate Toronto, and it's like a specific lane of people who hate Toronto. I don't know.
I think it probably also comes in from a jumping in point when it comes to
Could be.
Where it's like, you started following Atlanta United. Toronto was, with Giovinco and Michael Bradley and that group, that was like your number one on the charts. And so if that was your jumping in point, that's where you end up with Toronto as your number one hatred or high up on the list, which doesn't match a lot of other folks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Jarrett, before we move on to Champions League, because it's kind of a big deal that it's starting tomorrow, your thoughts on Caleb Porter out in New England and potentially Jim Curtin being a candidate to take over?
Yes, first off, Will is correct. If you really want to see some pettiness, Huntsville City might drown themselves if it means that they took Chattanooga with them. The hatred between Huntsville and Chattanooga is delicious. You could slather that over a piece of chicken and cook it and be quite happy with yourself. Also that involves watching Chattanooga fall on their face, because remember, they are still 0-1 all time against that team from East Ridge.
That is true. That is very, very true.
As far as the New England thing goes, I'm surprised it happened now, just because you're at this point in the season. You just came off an international break. That would have been, I thought, the logical time to do it.
Yeah.
You just left the window. You just came off an international break. Usually you would make this kind of move going into the window or going into an international break where you have 2+ weeks for guys to go through their own existential crisis, bring in whoever's going to be the interim, have some work with guys who are going to be there. It just feels like a weird time to do it. But I'm sure New England folks are pissed because they skipped right over the Caleb Porter wins us a title phase and went right to the Caleb Porter implodes phase. So I'm sure they'll be disappointed in that because they didn't get the hardware that a Portland or a Columbus got out of it. By my recollection, Jim Curtin, I've always understood that he wanted to stay close to home. He's got 2 kids in school. I
think you remember what year they are in school.
I think they're like middle or high school.
I know they're pretty close to graduating, but I don't know if they graduate like in the spring, and he would be interested in taking it now and maybe going back and forth a little bit. I'm not sure. That does play into it for sure. But it sounds like they're talking.
But New England. New England. It doesn't feel like it's that far from Philadelphia, but also concept of distance is different based on where you're from.
I don't know the train of getting to Foxborough, which Foxborough, it's not close to anything.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I'm not looking forward.
I don't know what it looks like for them, in terms of bringing him in, because it's a styles clash. Like it has all the chances of being like when Toronto decided to hand the reins to Chris Armas, but did not give Chris Armas a Chris Armas team, and it imploded like 8 weeks into the season. Kind of feels like that kind of thing, unless you're gonna like really overhaul what you have. Yeah, Carlos Hill. Look, a lot of teams would take Carlos Hill, I'm sure, without thinking twice.
Yeah, I propose the Carlos Hill for Daniel Gazdag trade if Curtin goes to New England.
Yeah, that makes sense
for everybody.
Again, in this league is, Jesus Christ, you smoked 2 briskets at 25-hour cook and they didn't show up. No wonder.
Will's spilling the tea in the chat about the Chattanooga Huntsville rivalry.
Chattanooga just didn't show. But I don't know how quickly you turn this around. I mean, look, it's MLS. It's soccer. You're able to turn things around much more quickly than you are in other sports, because you can buy out 2 contracts if you want to. You can find places for guys. They have guys who can contribute to other teams, whether it's in MLS or somewhere else. They can do a lot of overhaul, and maybe Jim Curtin would get in there and see, like, hey, these guys over here, I can work with this. These guys over here, no. Philly to Boston's 5 hours, not that close. Yeah, there you go. So if he's got like kids that are about to graduate and he's like willing to kind of strike out and go empty nest, yeah. I mean, I don't blame anybody for reaching out to him, because he is going to be, whatever you think about Jim Curtin as a manager, he is going to be one of the most in-demand names, and one of those names that pops up every window, a la John Gruden when John Gruden wasn't coaching. Whether or not he's a good fit, whether or not you think he's a good coach, that is the name that's going to pop up constantly over and over and over and over. Also, a la Jimbo Fisher. Godspeed, Florida. Good luck. Not that you're going to hire Jimbo Fisher, but it'd be funny if you did.
So Jim Curtin has 3 kids. Ryan is 17. Avery is 14. And Miles is 13.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting. I mean, I don't know if he wants to have the younger kids basically start high school somewhere else. The 17-year-old's the tricky one. I think that was the issue for him with other possibilities. So we'll see. We'll see. It is an interesting one. I'm sure you'll be talking about that. You have Feldman coming on to talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, Brad Feldman's coming in at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning to discuss.
All right, cool. SDH AM 905 every Monday to Friday. Tons of guests, tons of regular guests now. What is the show looking like for tomorrow?
Tomorrow it is hour number 1, looking at news and MLS and getting everybody caught up with that. We'll catch up on what happened with the Twos this past weekend. So MLS Next Pro, everybody else in Major League Soccer, leading into Brad Feldman at 10 o'clock. And then our English football consultant, Jason Stevens, we caught up with him today, discussing it is our master's class in multi-club ownership. And we discuss what's going on with all of the different companies and the holding companies that are going on in the Premier League, looking at the dollars that are attached and at the movement to the women's game as well. So it's a conversation. So hour number 2 is packed. Brad Feldman, Jason Stevens. Hour number 1 sets the table for hour number 2.
All right. And we're getting the trying to get the sound better a little bit as we go here. Again, different setup. We haven't done remote anybody doing a show where we're in the same spot. So kind of getting the levels is a little tricky because I'm not hearing what you guys are hearing exactly. But we're figuring things out.
Yes.
This is, again, what we do on soccer over there.
Yes.
It turns into chaos. Like the Champions League, which starts tomorrow. You got 3 days of first round matches in the league phase, which is weird. I was looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute, Thursday? Whoa, okay. Yes, it's going to be total chaos. I want to get into kind of who everybody's looking at as favorites, who could be surprises, fun games that are going to pop up, like people going to Cyprus, which is going to be entertaining. Tomorrow we get started, and I think it could be a really interesting one at 12:45 in Bilbao with Athletic Club hosting Arsenal.
Ooh.
Arsenal feel like the team, Jarrett, that this is the team that needs this the most. You know, for a long time we had Pep needs it because he hasn't won one at Manchester City, and they need it. Well, he did. Then it was, PSG needs it because they haven't won one and they've spent all this money. Well, they did. Feels like all of that spotlight is now turning on Arsenal because they have not won a Champions League. They've been to one final. And when you add in the Mikel Arteta part, who I really respect, I think he's a great manager. I think he's done a great job at Arsenal. He's just been up against some of the best teams in Premier League history during his time span. I think with the players that he has now, there aren't any excuses. He doesn't have the issue that, like, hey, I don't have a striker. He's got everything he needs. Is that the team in your mind that has the most pressure on them in this Champions League?
It's going to be up there. It kind of hangs over their heads in a very, like, kind of like a Tennessee against Georgia way, to bring it back to what we were talking about, where if you are in good shape, and you should be, like, for instance, the other day, Tennessee outplayed Georgia in a lot of facets of that game.
Yep.
But at the end of the game, they got scared. They chose not to win the game. They tried not to lose it, and they played it safe. How does Arteta deal with the pressure ramping up? Like, get the first game out of the way. It's like, it's always that, you ask a kid when he plays his first professional game, like, hey, or you can ask Cooper Sanchez about it. How did it feel getting that first pass off your foot? You're in the flow of the game. Okay, now we're actually going. Get that first game out of the way. See how you're feeling if you're Arsenal, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's a tough place to play your first game in this year's Champions League. That's such a unique situation with Bilbao only having the Basque players.
Mm-hmm.
Nico Williams is going to be out. He's dealing with an injury, so a problem for Bilbao in that regard. But to me, Arsenal, you look at it, they're probably the biggest club that hasn't won the Champions League or the European Cup. They've been to one final. They lost to Barcelona in 2006. 3 semifinals in 23 previous campaigns going back to 1971. They're the biggest ones. So it's going to be every time they get anywhere near it or get close to getting knocked out, that pressure is going to be suffocating.
You could lose that Bilbao game, and it's not especially because of the way everything is structured in 2025. You can lose that game. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you are fine. But the problem is, Jason, John,
Yes.
the problem is psychologically for Arsenal. Because let's say you lose that game. Let's say you lose it like 3-1. And, it's kind of there for a while. And then it falls apart in the last 25 minutes. Because you're Arsenal, look, I'm going to be mean to myself. You have a certain little bit of Falcons about you with your fan base, where when things start to turn on you, everyone, oh, Jesus, here we go again. Mm-hmm. It's going to be up to Mikel Arteta.
Last night before anything even turned on the Falcons, he was already doing that.
When AJ Terrell went out, and I thought, oh, great, now we can't play man coverage. Now you cannot play man coverage against Justin Jefferson, and you're going to have to play zone and limit how you get after the quarterback. Yes, correct. I just didn't account for J.J. McCarthy being as bad as I thought he would be as a professional quarterback.
Now he's going to be out for a couple of weeks because of a foot injury. So
darn.
He was getting taped up in the second half of that game. Atlanta beat the piss out of him.
It was great.
But it's going to be, and I agree with you, that Mikel Arteta is a very good manager. I like him.
I think he's great. I really do.
He's going to have to do a lot of mental managing with this team, especially if that first game gets sideways, because it's not the end of the road.
Is he going to hire another professional pickpocket to steal their wallets?
I hope so.
I do too. That was still one of the craziest things I've ever heard of.
You are in a region of Spain where you can probably just hire someone to do that.
Yeah, it's literally just like, hey, dude,
that would be pretty easy. Yes.
Yeah. Because to Ropes' point, and
Arsenal's favored.
Yeah.
Or who did these odds? Somebody who's never heard of Athletic Club.
Get this. Athletic Bilbao is a plus 43.
That's not on our picks of the week, by the way.
Draws a plus 244. Arsenal's a minus 118 tomorrow.
Wow, I really like that Bilbao number because Arsenal is missing Martin Odegaard. They're missing Bukayo Saka. They're missing Gabriel Jesus. They're missing Kai Havertz. They're missing Ben White. They're getting William Saliba back, it looks like, after he trained. Odegaard didn't even travel. It's bad. So, that's crazy. That's the disrespect of non-Premier League teams that is showing up in the odds makers.
All right, then. Well,
give me Bilbao and run with it.
Yeah. Again, that's not a pick of the week, but
the bonus
I'll take that. Mm-hmm. And like I said, if Arsenal loses that game, it's not the end of the world.
No, not at all.
But that's going to be his job as a manager to make sure that everybody in that locker room understands, hey, that's one game. We got to get ready for league this weekend. And then we have to come out firing in the next game. And you have to win the games that are in front of you. You can't worry about, we'll take care of week 2, but man, what about week 3? We got this. What about week 4? Don't worry about that. You got to take care of the games in front of you.
That's all you can do. That's the 12:45 alongside PSV hosting Union Saint-Gilloise from Belgium. I think their first time in this. 3 o'clock, you got 4 games tomorrow. Benfica hosting Karabag. Karabag knocked out our friends Ferencváros from Hungary. Stephen Glass and Robbie Keane unable to get to the group stage, the league phase. It's still a group stage, even if it's not exactly the same kind of group stage.
It's not the same thing, but honestly, I think it's more fun.
I do too. I love the format. I loved it last time. Last year, you had drama down to the last day. You had a lot of drama on the final day. I think the new format's great. Yeah, it's 2 more games. We all knew this was going to happen. It's not a surprise. Tottenham hosts Villarreal tomorrow. Juventus host Borussia Dortmund. And the one that a lot of people are talking about is Real Madrid hosting Marseille. Remember, Marseille, after losing the opener in France in Ligue 1, had two players get into a fight in the dressing room, and they both got transferred out to Serie A.
Yep.
So it's a bit crazy with Roberto De Zerbi, who also, the club saw to it that they would put out a video after Ismail Kone, the Canadian international, was sent out of the club. And they put out a video that I guess they thought was making De Zerbi look tough and make Kone look bad. He just looked like a bully.
Yes.
Like, Kone's walking out of practice, and De Zerbi's like yelling at him, mocking him, and De Zerbi's
like,
lost it.
Yeah, like, go talk to your agent.
Marseille's a little crazy, and they got to go to Madrid.
Benfica big favorite, Juve favored at a -103, Real Madrid favored at a -263, Spurs are favored at a -112.
Yeah, the other three, I mean, Juventus comes in after the crazy 4-3 win over Inter in the weekend, and Nick Alifi on assignment tonight, so he's unable to join us to talk Serie A and all the chaos
picks,
of it.
Right?
We do have his picks.
Okay.
Yes, we have his picks, but we don't have him to yell about Italy and do the hand motion and all that. We don't have that. I use that emoji anytime I'm doing stuff on Morning Espresso with Italy. It's just the emoji. Juve 4-3 win, wild. Can they get it back together and kind of get ready for Dortmund? We'll find out. They're at home. That'll help. I think the home teams are all the teams to watch in these 3 o'clocks. But Real Madrid, I want to talk about them real quick. Xabi Alonso, first campaign for him as a coach in Champions League with Madrid, who he played for, and he knows the Champions League. He knows what it means in Madrid. The preview that Paramount Plus had, they had David Beckham talking about just what the Bernabeu is like on Champions League nights. It's different. They've won this thing more than anybody. They are trying to bounce back after for what for them was a disappointing year last year. They were horrific defensively last year. I think Alonso will make them better. But the other side of it, too, I think, and it's probably unfair, but it's the world we live in, I think there's pressure on Kylian Mbappe that is – the pressure is more than it should be because he is the top 1, 2, or 3 player in the world. And he had a very good first year in Madrid, but they didn't win. And they didn't win the Club World Cup either. And now it's like, okay, nice, thank you. Mm-hmm. But can you win something for us?
Please.
I don't know. I mean, it's Madrid who's going to have a shot at winning this thing. It's Barcelona who's going to have a shot at winning this thing. We'll see about Napoli. They're going to be interesting with Conte, who, look, he's a serial winner. He knows how to handle these things. Bayern is going to have a shot at this thing. PSG is going to have a shot to defend their title. Out of the English teams, I mean, I don't look at Tottenham as a real contender.
No.
But, Liverpool is.
Mm-hmm.
City is.
Yep.
Arsenal is.
Yep. Newcastle's not.
If it was last year, I would say Tottenham would be because on second-year Ange, no other reason, just second-year Ange. Instead, they won a different title. But.
Yeah, well, maybe Nottingham Forest can figure out how to get that next year because I think they're going to be terrible for a year.
Oh, they're going to be terrible for a year, and the next year they're going to win the League Cup or something. I don't know.
They'll win the Gummy Bear Cup.
Yeah.
All right. Wednesday, 12:45. The early games, we get Paphos of Cyprus going to Greece and Olympiakos and their crazy owner, Marinakis.
That won't be.
We got Slavia Prague hosting Bodo Glimt. That's
Juve has to go to Bodo Glimt in the middle of November. If you don't know where Bodo Glimt is in the Arctic Circle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They have employed numerous club psychologists because they're in the Arctic Circle.
Mm-hmm.
And in the winter, it's just not sunny. The sun you don't see the sun.
It exists.
Their manager has been a hot commodity, had been a hot commodity name for a bunch of clubs as your very popular hipster hire. I think Juve would go in and do well. This isn't sliding Juve, but that's such a weird game to have to go play in the Arctic Circle in November.
in the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, that's not an easy one to handle. Ricky Ricardo is with us, which is always good to see. Little late, but we won't hold it against you. We'll get into the 3:00 games on Wednesday here in just a second. Turner has the salted water with his pasta for the special occasion.
Of course.
Do you still not do this?
Well, it depends on.
You haven't learned? No, it shouldn't depend. It shouldn't depend on anything.
No, it's we rarely cook in, is what I'm saying. And
well,
so,
that's probably for like safety reasons.
Yeah,
but anyway,
so it just depends on the Italian restaurant that we.
No. Again, it doesn't depend. If you got it from an Italian restaurant, it's salted water.
Okay, well, then there you go. Okay, then it's salted water.
You're the only one who doesn't salt it.
True.
The manager in question is Kjetil Knudsen at Bodo Glimt. He's a name that is a very popular hipster pick for, like, if you have like that mid-level club, like, oh, we need a manager to shake things up, go get Knudsen from Bodo Glimt, because in 2024, 2025, they made a Europa League semifinal. And they play fast, attacking style. It's all very good eye dressing, and people like to do the thing where, like, that guy's playing fun and fast attacking style in a weird place. Let's bring him here and make him do it here. It's a very somebody's gonna get fired and his name will pop up.
Yeah, it has a lot. He's an interesting one that will get that opportunity. You might know this, Jared. I'm almost certain that Sweden, Norway, and Finland are on the same calendar, and it's kind of like MLS. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's calendar year as opposed to fall to spring.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
Temperature, weather conditions, and like, it's pretty pleasant weather, but like playing in the dead of winter would be a pain in the ass. Kind of like playing in the dead of winter in Minneapolis, Minnesota is going to be a pain in the ass.
Kind of like playing in the dead of summer in Houston, Texas is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, or Montreal. Like, we're going to go sing Northwest Passage as you fly into Montreal to play a December game.
Yeah, we're not going to play a December game there unless they get to MLS Cup, which I don't see happening anytime soon. And if it does, then they'll just go.
So it looks like Bodo Glimt, after November the 30th, the only matches that are on their calendar are the Dortmund match on December 10th, then Manchester City January 20th. So you have like 5.5 weeks where there's nothing.
Yeah, because they're in the
that's
like MLS.
That's a home game too. That means Manchester City's going to have to go to Bodo Glimt on January 20th.
That's brutal.
People might they might have to take a boat with an icebreaker. Like, we might lose them up there, like some English explorer in the 1800s.
I trust Pep to handle that one.
Wednesday, going to be a fur hat for his head.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wednesday, 3:00. This is the best time in this round for games. Ooh. Ajax hosting Internazionale, PSG hosting Atalanta, which is another one for the hipsters. Liverpool hosting Atleti. That one is just for the fighters. And Bayern and Chelsea, which is in our picks of the week, and we'll get to that here in a little bit with our thoughts on it. But that's the one where I will be bouncing around games or having multiple on multiple devices because I want to see PSG. I always want to see Ajax in this competition, even though they've been sort of down as of late. And Liverpool Atleti is just that clash of styles, and Diego Simeone might break somebody or something or both.
It might break somebody over something.
Both.
Very possible. Stop exaggerating. They have an airport, Jared.
We
were maybe playing for effect there, Harry. Yes. It happens sometimes on soccer over there.
So Inter is a minus
nothing here is real. Nothing.
No, nothing. None of this is real. No.
Wait until we start discussing the Kakamega Homeboys.
Yes.
Yeah, they didn't make the picks of the week this week. So.
No, wait till we start explaining and trying to figure out like Colombian and Honduran mascots and Mongolian game. Like, yeah,
it's Nepal became a big favorite of our picks of the week.
Yeah, well, I think it was Nepal I think it was like either Police or Army FC.
Yeah, that was the big rivalry.
Yeah, God bless.
No surprise there.
No,
but that'll be a fun day, I would say.
Yeah. So Inter's favored at a minus 122. Bayern favored as a minus 154 with Chelsea visiting at a plus 369. Liverpool favored at a minus 172. Atletico de Madrid a plus 445. Draws a plus 323. PSG big favorite at a minus 213, going up against Atalanta at the Stade de France.
PSG's got a ton of injuries right now too, so that one's a little tricky for them. Thursday in this round of Champions League, we got Copenhagen hosting Leverkusen. We got Club Brugge hosting Monaco. That's the 12:45s. The 3 o'clocks, Eintracht Frankfurt hosting Galatasaray. Newcastle hosting Barcelona. Sporting of Lisbon hosting Kairat Almaty. And the one that I'm really looking forward to, Manchester City hosting Napoli. So we get the return to Manchester for the greatest exports in a long time of Scott McTominay and Rasmus Højlund going back to the other side of Manchester to play after the glow-up of going to Naples.
Yes.
This is a reminder that Terry Pratchett once described Manchester as being one of the Demon Crowley's best works in terms of siphoning sin and damned souls to hell. Manchester was just a machine to make that happen. The city. But the Scott McTominay glow up will continue until morale improves. And even then it will continue because I don't know what else to call it when you take a Manchester United player who was just kind of languishing, send him to Italy, and he gets his name submitted for Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about this. I mean, he was not seen as anything like that in Manchester. He goes to Naples.
Nope.
It's not even just the way he plays. It is the Kevin De Bruyne derby as well, Ropes.
That's true.
It's not even just the way that he's playing so well. He looks like a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he looks like he got skin treatments. He looks like he got, like, hairstyle. Like, he definitely got the clothes.
Yeah.
We know that. Yeah. But, like, he looks like a completely different person.
He got on the Mediterranean diet. He's going outside.
Yeah.
He's eating dinner outside. He's eating dinner outside. He's getting 20,000 steps a day, even on his off days. Drinking a little bit of red wine with dinner. He's just living his best Italian life. God bless him for it. Kairat Almaty's a fun one here too. Kairat Almaty got in because they took it upon themselves to deliver the coup de grace to Brendan Rodgers' Champions League campaign.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but you can go ahead.
All of that aside, all of like Celtic refusing to significantly spend money when they have money aside, if you watched that game, that was awesome to watch. It was 0-0 across both legs. It was like Celtic had like 2 or 3 chances to score in each game and just didn't. I think Dyson Maeda had 2 breakaways and missed the net on both of them. It's amazing. But the crowd for Kairat Almaty was amazing, and it was a great watch. They were absolutely losing their minds. It was a very fun atmosphere. It was a very fun game to watch. And now it's cool seeing him in this situation. Do they do well? I don't know. They're playing Sporting, and then they have to go. Then they host Real Madrid, so they'll get Real Madrid at home, which is an awesome thing for them, and it's going to be awesome for the gate.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Jesus. Yeah. Once again, everybody in Europe complaining about having to go that far for a Champions League game when the distance is about the same as Miami to Vancouver. So, what should we do for a league game? So, good luck.
Yeah, which we're doing here in a couple of weeks, almost going Atlanta to LA after going Atlanta to Foxborough, which is not close.
No.
Especially when you add in the bus.
No, Atlanta to Montreal is not close.
No.
Oh,
no.
So you're flying into Boston, not Providence?
We are staying in Boston this time for the first time. We typically stay in Foxborough or stay in Providence, but we're going to be in Boston this time.
I think they should repurpose the Toby Keith I Love This Bar into a hostel, and you should have
I Love This Hotel.
No,
I don't know.
No,
they have
not a hotel. A hotel is comfortable. I want it to be a hostel.
Yeah, it would probably need to be with the chaos that ensued in that place. I can't remember what it is now. It was something very, very, very generic, which is that whole Air Patriot place. But anyway, that's Foxborough, and we don't want to talk about Foxborough. We just don't. Sorry. Let's move on because we have a comment that will kick us off into our next topic. We're going to talk a whole lot about, especially next week. Team gonna have some balancing acts as they go into Champions League and then go back to league play. You're going to see some teams potentially benefit from that, where they're not playing in Europe this year. And one of those teams that is not in Europe this year is this one, the Auburn football of European soccer, Manchester United. And yeah, that's really accurate. Not sure who goes to coaches faster. Yeah, me either. When you've got Ruben Amorim, people close to him, talking to the media and saying, wow, we're really surprised. And it's incredible that our position is not under genuine. Like, what? How? Like, when you have people near him saying, yeah, I can't believe we're still here. I do want to get into one thing about this, though. I think a lot of people are, because we don't go deep enough into this stuff sometimes, a lot of people are really hung up on, well, he won't change his formation. He won't change his formation, and you can't play two central midfielders in England. The league is too physical. You can't play two central midfielders in England. Wayne Rooney was going on about that, and he said he was talking to Claude Makelele about it. I'd love to hear Makelele talk about it, because in a 3-4-2-1, it shouldn't always come off like you're playing two central midfielders. 4-2-1, a lot of teams are starting to do it. So the idea that Ruben Amorim is off his rocker playing a 3-4-2-1, let's stop. A lot of teams at a lot of levels are doing this. It's interesting, back now that we're in the college season, both of the teams at Oglethorpe, the men and the women, are playing a 3-4-2-1. It's not typically what men play, but it suits what they have right now. They look different in it. Atlanta United, too, is playing in a 3-4-2-1. That's what Jose Silva switched. It can do it. And look, one, as Harry says, like yeah, you can play two central midfielders. It's just not the ones that Manchester United have. Yeah, but the shape is not rigid. And what happens when you're under a lot of pressure in this shape, you get a box midfield. You get four, not two, four. And the inside of the two tens in front of the two sixes, if they have to drop back deeper and help, and you've got to arrange that, you do it. It's not rocket science. It's not about the shape. It's not about the formation. It's not about this idea like you have to change the shape. No. He has a style of play and he has a system. He doesn't have the players to do it, which is part of the equation. He probably needs to adapt a little bit in terms of principles. Principles aren't shape. The lineup sheet that comes out isn't rigid either, by the way. You have to have players who understand what he wants, are adaptable, and yeah, can cover the ground that's needed. The ones in front of the two sixes, if they've got to drop, or your wingback's got to tuck in and help, it can all be done. But like, it's shape. No. It's bad recruitment. It's getting rid of guys. Scott McTominay, hi. It's making bad decisions. And oh yeah, and we're going to find out on Wednesday, it might be being broke. Wednesday, annual report's going to come out on the financials. Last year, they lost just under 120 million pounds last year. You had Ratcliffe saying if they didn't cut Sir Alex Ferguson's salary, if they didn't cut the staff down to soup and sandwiches, that the team was going to run out of money by the end of this calendar year. Well, how's that looking? We're going to find out on Wednesday how the last year looked.
He looked absolutely miserable after the goal was scored on the weekend.
Yeah.
He's like, he wanted to be like place else other than there.
He did.
Soup and sandwiches, or?
I mean, if it's good soup and sandwiches, like, I can roll with that, but
because it's a meal.
Something good, or are we going to Panera? What are we doing here?
I don't think they went to Panera in Manchester. I think it might have been like, Jack's Sandwich Shack or something. I don't know.
Well, you can probably short Manchester United stock.
Yes.
But I think the problem with that is I think Manchester United is shorting Manchester United stock.
Yeah. If Sir Jim it wouldn't surprise me a bit.
Yeah, and Harry brings up, like, Bruno Fernandes is such an interesting element of this because he's been a great playmaker for them. I think at times he takes too much stick from people. I think it's a little ridiculous about Bruno. Bruno's a interesting character in and of himself, but Bruno sitting in the double pivot, if we want to call it that. I mean, that's a term that gets overused. If he's sitting in the 2, he's not going to impact the game as well high up the field where you want him. Can it work? Yeah. Has it worked with Ruben Amorim's system before to have a more attack-minded players, one of the 2? Yes. But here's the deal, and this is what it goes back to why I get mad about shape defines everything. No, principles define everything. You can play a more attack-minded player further back if you dominate possession, if you have the ball, if you dominate the attack, and you dictate the game. If you don't, you're going to get exposed. If you play like Miami with Sergio Busquets as a center back and you don't have 65% of the ball, he's going to get killed because he's not a center back and he can't run. You have to have the principles guide the way it works. If you're going to have Bruno that deep, you have to have more of the ball. You have to dominate the game with the ball. If you don't, he's going to get caught out. And that's what it comes down to. And right now, it's not Bruno, it's the people around him. You don't have enough players that are of high enough quality to dominate the game. So you have to be more defensive by nature, which means you have to change some things about it. And this is what sucks for Ruben Amorim, because what did we see Atlanta United do on Saturday where the game was getting away from them? They were getting overrun, outplayed in areas. They went back to what could be a line of 5.
Right.
It's 3 center backs, but it could be a line of 5 when it needed to be. Well, you're already there. So if you're Ruben Amorim, you have to change some of the personnel to be more off the ball, more defensive, more win the ball and then go. I don't think you have the pieces. I don't think you have the talent. I don't think you have the roster to do it. And if you hire the guy and you know how he wants to play, and this is the part where I agree with him, he says, if you want to change the way we play, change the manager.
Yep.
You hired him to do something. You hired him to play his game that has been successful. You have to give him the tools to do it. It's like hiring a chef to make you gumbo and then not giving him okra. It can't work. Do you like that one, Jared? I figured you'd like that one.
Remember Manchester United side, what's this guy said? Oh, I need Jorge right now.
Oh.
Jesus. He wanted to go to you, Manchester. He wanted to wear the red.
Go there. There were pictures of him as a kid with a Manchester United shirt on. They're like, nah, we don't think he's that good. Oh, yeah, and let's get rid of Scott McTominay, too.
So deadly.
I mean, you're starting
look
in the derby.
Shout out the – oh, go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
Well, just real quick. The starting lineup in the derby, Bayindir and net, which is another issue entirely.
Well, you could have done 2 things. You could have went after
doing just fine.
Donnarumma was for sale. You could have went after him. You could have gotten Dibu Martinez, who wanted to come to your team. And he said that in the summer. Just tell me on Wednesday that you're broke.
Yeah. Really?
Tell me you're broke.
Yeah.
Because you're acting like you're broke.
Shaw, De Ligt, and Lenny Yoro, your back 3. Then the 4 in the midfield. Dorgu, left to right. Dorgu.
So hold on. Yeah. Your back 3 were what?
Shaw, De Ligt, and Lenny Yoro.
So you're playing Shaw, who is more of a left back as a left center back in this. So that already weakens you a little bit defensively.
Yeah.
You're not dictating the game enough to have that happen. All right. Who are your wing backs?
Dorgu and Mazraoui, left and right.
Well, Mazraoui can play the role. That's great. Center mids.
Fernandes and Ugarte.
Okay, and Ugarte has shown he's not at the level that they need. Who are the 2 10s?
Diallo and Mbumo.
So you've got Mbumo, who's more of a winger playing there. He's not going to come back and help you when you're getting overrun. The Diallo can to an extent, but it's more mismatched parts because, okay, that's all great, but who's on the bench? Like, who could you have had different? How could you have really been different with it?
Let's see. Xerxes, Casemiro, and Kobe Mainu are your three. Literally, Joshua Xerxes listed at forward. Casemiro and Kobe Mainu, your midfielders. Everybody else is a defender or a keeper. You had two backup keepers. You had Heaton and Lamans as two keepers as a part of your bench.
Yeah, it's...
And Benjamin Seshko, by the way, started and went 80 minutes up top.
The Kobe Mainu situation is the one that I don't get, because I feel like he can help and fit and make it work and make the pieces fit a little bit better. And I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's not showing you what you want to see in training. It feels like that. I think Casemiro is mostly done. I think he came there and didn't do well at first, and then did pretty well. You know, you're looking at Shaw as possibly getting over the hill a little bit in that regard too, where it's dropping from him. Yeah, Harry, I mean, I agree in a sense that if Emiliano's asking too much money, the problem is if you don't go get the goalkeeper in that situation that can make you better, you are going to be mid-table. You're basically saying we are not what we say we are and act like we're a big deal. And I don't think they are, but you're co-signing that when you go do the goalkeeper moves that you did. I mean, you didn't show ambition, and it's going to be hard to recruit other pieces if you look unambitious in these situations. I think they needed to do it. I think they would be a better team with him. The amount of money, yeah, that's going to be an issue. And again, I think it goes back to it's two things with Manchester United, and these are the hardest two things to fix. Are you broke? And can you fix that? Well, not when you're almost 600 million pounds in debt. Two, how do people see you? What is the perception of you? And if people see you as a broke down club,
you ain't going.
You're going to go somewhere else. You're only going to go there if you don't have any other options. And that's kind of where they're falling into. And that's a hard spot to get out of. That's a really difficult spot to get your way out of. Really, the way you do it is to develop talent. And they're not a whole lot. And the one that they are in Mainu, they're not giving him the games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Baleba would have been one that they absolutely could have went to get. I agree with you. That would have helped them a ton in fitting into this, because then you could have pushed Bruno higher. You could have played Baleba. That could have worked better. Absolutely. You could have sold Bruno to Saudi and then tried to fix some of the money. I agree with you, but they didn't do these things. Mm-hmm. So you're handcuffing your manager, and you're making it seem like you don't have ambition. There's too many teams in the Premier League that do. I don't know how they fix it.
This is the thing, though, is when you get in a situation like this, so often it is, you know, you look around and you wonder, like, how the hell did this happen? How did we turn into this? Like, where did it all go wrong? But it's decisions like Harry listed. And it's not just one or two or three or four. It's like, it's years of decisions, and it's years of mismanagement and kind of wandering aimlessly through the abyss at times and missing the boat on guys, whether it's selling them or buying them. It's not usually just one move that breaks you. It's years of this that leads to what you have now for Manchester United. This wasn't an overnight thing. This was a slow slide down the spiral staircase, and halfway down the slide, they fell back and cracked their skull on the marble floor below.
Or got stuck in the chute.
I mean, yes, that's kind of a sick image, Jarrett. Thanks. But, yeah, I can't really disagree with you. That's the case.
$600 million Barcelona laughs at this. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like,
Barcelona's a different animal.
Barcelona's broke. Yes. But Barcelona won La Liga last year. Barcelona
also happens to have the best young player in the galaxy.
Yes. But Barcelona was this close to winning Champions League. They have incredible talent. They have talent that fits what the manager wants, even if they weren't really able to spend as much as he might have wanted in this offseason. Yeah. They have found a way to get out of it. And it's one, developing young talent like Lamine Yamal, and two, it's getting the right pieces to make it work. Also, you've got board executives or board members who, because of the La Liga rules, can actually just say, yeah, I'm going to back this. Even though we're broke and we don't have enough room under our stupid salary cap, which is insane in Spain, I think it has helped some clubs not spend themselves broke, but it makes Real Madrid be the favorite every single year because they can spend more than anybody else. It's a crazy situation. But you've got the loophole where, and Barcelona had to do it this year, of, all right, hey, board members, can you personally guarantee that we're going to make more money to be able to spend more? And if we don't, you're going to have to pay. I think now that tab is up to about 15 million. Well, you got board members with 15 million to do it, I guess.
Yeah, jump change. Yeah, we'll open up the wallet.
That is the closest thing to like an SEC. We're going to fire our coach. Someone get me the guy with the checkbook. Call Jimmy Rain and have Yellowwood cut the check so we can, as John is like reliving the flashback.
No, but here's the thing. Isn't that essentially what Manchester United and the Glazers did by bringing in Ratcliffe? They sold 29.
Texas A&M. There you go.
Yeah.
The Texas A&M exists.
Like Manchester United, the Glazers, who they took over a club, they leveraged the buyout. Club had no debt. Now the club is $600 million in debt. Nice job. Yes. Then when they realize, oh wait, this isn't good. Oh, people want to buy it. We don't want to sell all of it. We'll sell 29%, and you can fund the operations. And yeah, sure, you can make the decisions and run things. Yeah, have fun. You can be the one who cuts the lunches and makes people eat soup and sandwiches. You can do that. That's basically Manchester United got the Yellowwood guy, except it's Jim Ratcliffe. Like, that's what they did.
And now Jimmy Rain is
again Texas A&M, the club who can offer someone that kind of dumb money, but also the club who has traditionally at times had the money to stupidly get out of whatever hole they've dug themselves. Unfortunately for Manchester United, now they're in a situation where they don't have the money to do anything.
No.
Yes. And you get into this spot, and we've seen giant legendary clubs end up in this kind of spot. And yeah, absolutely, Harry. The Glazers, they sports leveraged it. They put all the debt on the club and
they Bain Capital the soccer team.
What's that?
They did a Bain Capital with a soccer team. Yeah. Bain Capital leveraged out Clear Channel back in the day and went $22 billion in debt. Clear Channel, before they restructured, was a functional media company operating with a year over year with a not mortal amount of debt. But they were 22 or 23 billion in debt. They were never getting out of that hole. The Glazers did a Bain Capital with a sports team. It's amazing.
I know. And they're talking about building a $2 billion stadium, which
100,000 capacity.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see how all this works. Maybe it'll be like the Camp Nou.
Where?
Years after they say they're going to.
And speaking of which, we got Jason talking about that tomorrow at 10:30.
Talking about what?
We talked Manchester United and what they're looking at with the whole stadium and all the holdcos and the bidcos and all the different companies that franchises have and all that. So that came up as a part of our conversation.
Okay.
So that was fun.
It's a mess. I don't think it's easy to get out of. I don't know exactly how, because I don't know what the pipeline on players looks like. I'm assuming not what they need. I don't think they're recruiting well enough. They had the opportunities, as Harry pointed out, with a guy like Baleba, who would have really made a lot work. I think they had the opportunity with Dibu Martinez, which would have made a lot of things work. They would have needed to spend money. And it comes back to this thought that they just might not have it. And they don't have any other assets to sell to get it. And I don't know how it changes for them outside of a Lamine Yamal as an 8-year-old popping up in their academy in Manchester, or the class of 92 being reincarnated and showing up again. And you're just hoping for a lottery ticket to come through. I mean, that's really where you are as Manchester United now. It's sad. It's very sad to see, and I don't think it's easily fixable.
I swear to God, the class of 92 broke so many people's brains, even now in 2025, about what they expect from their academy teams and their youth prospects.
The class of 92, the La Masia group in Barcelona, like those are the two that people think you can basically have a full starting 11 pop up out of nowhere, and it doesn't happen. Like those are, I'm sure there's others at various stages. Ajax had a whole group come through at various points, but it's
Ajax had it for years.
Yeah, but I mean, like one real game-changing generation. Like, it's tough. You can have a good academy and get one or two prospects in an age group that make it. You can have good age group teams that none of them make it. You can have injuries derail them. You can have occasionally in the world the La Masia group that brings you Messi, Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta were ahead of it. Pedro, who was a great player for Barcelona at that group. So many talents come through there. And then the class of 92 with, the Nevilles and Beckham and Giggs and Scholes. And then they added Smart on top of it. It just doesn't happen very often. And I don't think that's coming for Manchester United. So it's a problem. And I don't know really how they fix it. We're just going to have to wait and see. But keep an eye on things Wednesday, because I'm assuming that'll come out early in the morning. If it does before morning espresso, I'll definitely be talking about it. I'm sure Barcelona will do something ridiculous I can talk about on morning espresso as well.
Yes.
They will. If I told you, though, because Will's talked about shorting Manchester United stock, if there was a major club who could pull a modern-day 2025 version of Valencia with a stadium, it's the Glazers and Manchester United.
Like,
for those of you that don't know, Valencia paid for. Yeah, Valencia had built, or we went through the process of building a stadium in like 2008. It's not done yet. It would have been like quasi state of the art in 2008, and it's still not ready. It's 2025. Yeah, it's like the improvements on Cobb Parkway.
The queue is 2 years late at this point.
Yeah.
And we don't know. There was a question earlier about where Barcelona is going to play their Champions League games. I think they've gotten an extension from UEFA now on making the decision.
Aren't they playing at Cruyff?
No, you can't play. And this is John. You have to listen to Morning Espresso, because I've went through this so many freaking times. You can't play UEFA games at the Estadi Johan Cruyff because it's 6,000 seats.
Yep, you need 8.
It's less than Fifth Third Stadium. You can't do it. La Liga allowed them to do it after they installed all the VAR stuff that they needed to install, and they shouldn't have allowed them to do it. They allowed them to do it because Barcelona, their only other option for the first home game was to play it at Girona, I think, because Post Malone kicked them out of the Olympic Stadium because he had a concert on the Friday and they were going to play on the Sunday. So La Liga has been kind. UEFA is different. They had a deadline of August 28th. That's gone. Now it's sounding positive out of Spain, but it sounded that way every other day. It's positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. They do have basically an open booking at the Olympic Stadium, and that's probably where they're going to have to play their Champions League games. You can't play one in one place and then go play somewhere else in the league phase. You have to play all of your league phase games in the same venue. So that's why the Olympic Stadium could be where they play, even if they get back into the Camp Nou, which people are thinking they might here by the end of the month for league games in a reduced capacity. We're going to find out. I also have a little bit of not breaking news, but breaking rumor involving Barcelona. You know how they're sponsored by Spotify?
Yes.
And for the Clásicos, they put an artist on the shirt, and they do a limited edition of it, and it sells out, and it's ridiculously expensive. The next artist for the next Clásico, according to RAC1 in Spain, is going to be Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran on the front of the Barca shirt. He's been on the front of the Ipswich shirt because he's paid for it.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran
Have
on
they
the
done Shakira yet?
What's that?
Have they done Shakira? Because they should do a Shakira one and save it for the Real Madrid match.
Well, no, it's only for the Madrid match. That's where they do the artist.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like, do it just for do a Shakira one.
Well, no, the thing.
I know he's not there anymore, but
no, he was at Barca. That's what's complicated. It's Piqué. It wasn't Sergio Ramos. It was Piqué.
I know, but like, see how much fighting we can cause. I want to see how much fighting we can cause. I'm trying to recreate a Kloppoli situation.
Yeah, but Barcelona already has enough chaos. They're not going to create more internal chaos. They do that well enough themselves. They're not going to add extra.
Whatever.
I don't know the relationships with Piqué and Shakira in Barcelona at this point, because I think they're all complicated.
I know it was Piqué. I wanted to see if we could create a Kloppoli situation.
I think the one that they haven't done, and it was rumored at one point, I think last year, but it didn't happen. It was Travis Scott instead. Taylor Swift. Like, that shirt would go absolute bonkers if they do it. Here you go, Barcelona. You're broke. You need to make money. Do the deal and do the shirt, and not make it a limited edition one like you've been doing. Make it a wider release, and you'll probably be able to get the Camp Nou finished. Probably. Do it, Barca. Do it. You know you need to. Possibly.
2030 deadline.
No, they'll be back in it sometime this season, but it won't be full capacity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dr. Coco. The Taylor's version Barca shirt, they're print the money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fix your money situation.
Yeah, exactly.
It is not that difficult here, Barcelona. Get the deal done.
Yeah.
Give her a cut. It's fine. Give her a giant cut of it. It's fine.
Because in the grand scheme of things, it won't.
This didn't even start as everybody making fun of Barcelona. This started as making fun of Manchester United, and then it morphed into Barcelona. So they weren't even the initial.
They're blood brothers in dumb chaos at this point.
Financial shenanigans.
We fixed Barcelona's problem.
No, we haven't, because they won't do it. They will have. I mean, and full Ed Sheeran, you're great. No problem with Ed Sheeran, but he's not going to sell as many shirts as his friend Taylor Swift would.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Do Oasis shirt.
Do what?
Oasis.
Oh.
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, because it would have to be Manchester City, and that's
they would only do stuff with Manchester City.
Money talks.
Not that much. This is a group that they actually said no to reunions so many times because Liam was calling Noel a potato on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, because they're brothers.
They had
anybody's ever known siblings
offered to them that they kept saying no. Who's worse, Jerry or the Glazers?
Boy, wow. Oof. Well, but I mean, at least Jerry Jones is somewhat profitable with his ventures with the Cowboys.
Yes, he has not put the Cowboys into $600 million of debt.
Yeah, it's not like, put a Whataburger stamp on the Cowboys jerseys or anything like that. No, it's the Glazers by far. Glazers are working from a negative.
Hey, look, I'm gonna throw back at your little comment right there. If you have to put a Whataburger stamp on your jersey because they're going to pay you a crap ton of money to do it, and it's going to help you put a better product on the field, put the Whataburger stamp on your jersey.
Well, Jerry would be the one who would make sure that they don't have a better product on the field, because Jerry
that's different. That's different. That has nothing to do with this. Don't throw shade at sponsors on NFL jerseys when we're talking soccer over there, and we talk about some shirts that have 47 sponsors on them. Maybe 24, but probably 47.
Yes, Liga MX.
So don't throw shade at the Whataburger stamp on the jersey. They're going to do it, and it's going to happen soon. I can guarantee you.
Although it would be funny to see the Glazers walking around Manchester with a mint julep. How you all doing today?
Oh, they won't. We definitely don't get mad at shirts with 47 sponsors, Dr. Coco.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the bank. No, you did. You just got mad at it. You just threw shade at
it. We support everyone who puts 20. I want more sponsors.
Having a sponsor on a jersey, you did.
Bite your tongue.
No, you did.
I want more sponsors on your shirt than sponsors on Jimmy Spencer's Noble Winston 1997 NASCAR.
Exactly.
I want that. I want it to take a minute and a half to go through all the sponsors when they're talking to you about why you finished in fourth place and cut down a tire on lap 53 that cost you the win.
Yeah.
And then I want to see triple-digit numbers on every single jersey out there. Mexico has it right.
No, not on every single one. I want the triple-digit number because I want the academy players to be able to play.
That's what I mean. When I say every single one, I mean every single league. I want triple-digit academy numbers everywhere.
I want Gabriel Wise to pop up at the Benz with a 128 jersey.
That'd be awesome.
Because he's not on a pro deal yet. He's in the academy, and he shows up. I want that. Yes. Sponsors are fine. I don't care. I mean, we're past it. If we're going to demand that owners spend money, if we're going to demand that owners don't put their clubs in debt, if we're going to demand that they stop being stupid and actually be able to spend on players that their team needs, and if sponsors end up footing the bill, do it. And the NFL's going to do it. You're going to hate it. The NBA's already doing it. Baseball's doing it, right? Don't they have sponsor patches?
Yeah, hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's.
The Braves went downhill when they put the Quick Creep patch on their shoulder.
Get a good one. I mean, put Louisiana hot sauce on there or something. Come on, good grief.
Well, again, the Braves are like the most corporate baseball team known to mankind because they're owned by Liberty Media, and they are a bottom line, the corporation. Otherwise, they're tied in the lower.
That's straight PW right there.
And this is, I mean, sure. If Kia helps get you a starting striker and the Kia sponsors that person, fine. They get a different patch, fine. I don't care. It helps get you the level of play and the teams that you want. And that's what it comes down to. We can't do the thing where we yell at spend more money. Not like that. That doesn't work.
You either are or you aren't.
D. Graham asks about the academy kids. Yeah, I mean, I think technically, it's a whole different structure in Mexico. The U20s are the 100s. The U18s are the 200s. And I think it's the U17s are the 300s. It might be 16s. It's different layers because academy is just structured different. You have to have a U20, a U18, I don't know if you do U17 or U16. I can't remember, and they've changed it a few times. But the number corresponds to the age group that they're in as Jarrett just disappears because that's what happens.
There's your Irish goodbye.
So, yeah, it's a little bit different structure there. We are going to get into the picks of the week here shortly, and I'm going to set the table for what it is for people who are new to this show.
Yes.
How we're doing it now, how John is not involved in anything with math, because we found out that he was either intentionally adding wrong or John doesn't have a calculator.
Second.
You don't have a calculator.
Not that I would know how to function.
You have one on your phone. Do you know you have a calculator on your phone?
Well, let's see if we can find it.
Seriously? Are you doing a bit? You do this, and I can't ever tell if you're doing a bit.
Calculator right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I just don't use it, so I'd have to look for it.
Well,
but thankfully everything's alphabetical, so I don't have to worry about it.
You obviously didn't use it when we were doing picks of the week, and you were in charge of it, and that had to be taken away from you. I agree with Catalucci about the the people have lost against advertisements here since Radio American Football Casts.
Mm-hmm.
What I love is listening to games from. I'm trying to think what's the most egregious one that I listen to right now. I think it's Ecuador.
Is that the one with the reverb?
Ecuador does reverb. It's not about the reverb, though. They have so many reads in the broadcast. You have two commentators, and it's not really play-by-play and color like we have our structure. It's more of play-by-play and ad reads.
Well, there you go.
Because there's so many of them. It's crazy. And they're a lot of little 10, 15 second reads. So it's really quick reads getting in and all of that. It's chaos. We have not done that yet, and I don't think we're going to on our broadcasts. But you never know. We might have to at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Four Card has an Excel sheet. I've got it because we're having to structure it a little bit differently, Four Card. So because of trying to get this show in a reasonable amount of time
so we can go home.
For my sanity, for John's sanity, for our friends here at the Brewhouse Cafe, who is one of our presenting partners. And there's a whole bunch more stuff coming with the Brewhouse Cafe. Just make sure you're following them. Make sure you're following us. There's stuff coming that is going to be very, very cool this fall. But we will be here quite often doing the show. I will generally be here every time. But a whole bunch of cool stuff coming. Just make sure you are plugged in.
So come and visit.
Reasonable amount of time. We're going to try to get the show over by 10 o'clock. That is the plan. It might not always happen. The other reason why Nick will be hopefully here next week. If not in person, he'll be with us remotely next week. Nick had a shoot tonight that he had to go make that money, right?
Corporate man.
He had to go get paid. So Nick will be with us next week, ranting and raving about who knows what, because that's what we do. His picks are turned in. Madison Cruz, Sophia Cupertino, they are part of the mix this time around. Their picks have been turned in. Drew Dickinson has, I don't believe, sent in his picks.
He's probably still yelling at the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
It's possible if he gets his picks in tomorrow before the first game starts, they will be active. Otherwise, he loses every game, and he loses 800 juice boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It is juice boxes or fake dollars, whichever comes out of my mouth first. Every game is $100, and we're doing 8 games a week. The idea, and it already got thrown off this week because one of our games got moved to another day. It happens. It happens almost every week on soccer over there. The plan is to have a game Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes.
And then 2 games on Saturday and Sunday. The idea in terms of the structure of where the games are coming from is 3 games from UEFA or Big 5 European leagues. 2 games from this hemisphere. So that can be MLS, that could be Liga MX, that could be South America. 1 game from Asia or Africa, and then 2 wild cards that can be from anywhere. And they go crazy. We do have a rule, Dr. Coco. We are ready for that sort of situation where we have games that are chosen that do not have odds on SofaScore. SofaScore is our default for the odds, and those are going to be default as of generally Sunday night. The second pick is FanDuel. That is our second official odds source. If we don't have odds for games, it is a, what did I have it in the, let me pull it up.
100?
It is, yes, no odds. It's plus 100 on the home team, 125 on the draw, 150 on the visiting team. That's the default. For those of you who don't know the money lines, you're not sickos like the rest of us. Negative money line indicates the favorite, shows you how much you must wager to win $100 in profit. A positive money line indicates the underdog. Generally, sometimes you get all positive money lines, and shows how much profit you would get on a $100 wager. So that's the way that we're going to structure this and deal with it. Every game will be, I think we have Madden Cruz joining in. Just in time, Maddie.
Hey.
You're not driving, right?
Huh?
You're in a car, it looks like. You're not driving.
I'm in a car, yes. We just finished our soccer match. Cartwheel FC is in the house.
Did you win?
6-2.
Okay.
Okay, did you score a goal?
I did not, unfortunately. The keeper had a really good save on mine. I was really upset about it.
Okay. Guess
It's
that's
okay.
all right.
Whoa, hold on. Chill. Because I think next Monday I'm playing full-time striker.
She said it.
I said it. It's happening.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Whoa.
All right. Do you? I know
Hey,
you
you never
put your picks in. Do you know your picks?
Kind of. Yes, sure. Yes.
That's perfect for soccer over there. You're right on board. Okay. Well, we're going to see where this goes because this is a new way we've done this. Trying to have a little bit of structure doing this thing.
Okay.
Again, 3 games from UEFA competitions or Big 5 leagues in Europe. 2 games from the Western Hemisphere, 1 game from either Africa or Asia, and then 2 wildcard games. So the way we'll do this going forward, the winning person in the week, so whoever wins this week will get to pick 4 games that they want to have on the board. The other 4 out to fill out the grid. So that's the way we can keep it structured and have everybody send in their picks ahead of time. In the past, we did this all on the fly, and sometimes it took 2 hours. We don't do that. We have too much stuff. Too much stuff happening. So this is what we do. All right. So Picks of the week 1 of the 2025 competition. We do an apertura and clausura as well. So this will take us up to the last week of 2025, and we'll see who wins. And then we'll start again in 2026. Our games this week. I'm going to go through all the games first, then we'll talk about them, and we'll give you everybody's picks.
All right.
Tuesday, tomorrow night, U.S. Open Cup semifinal, Nashville SC hosting Philadelphia Union. That's a lot of haters in that game for me. Wednesday,
There is.
Bayern hosting Chelsea in Champions League. Thursday, BG Pathum United. The evil toxic bunnies are back. They are hosting the Pohang Steelers in the Asian Champions League 2. I think that's like the UEFA Conference. Friday, which now it's been moved to Sunday because the African Champions League qualifying rounds are a little open-ended, it seems like. It is Leopards versus the Black Bulls. We'll get into who the Leopards and Black Bulls are in a minute. Saturday, kind of back into normal stuff here. Liverpool and Everton is on the board for Saturday. Monterrey and Club America is on the board for Saturday night. Sunday, in addition to the African Champions League, Lazio and Roma, and Marseille and PSG. So, Tuesday, Nashville and Philadelphia. Picks that have been submitted. Nick picked Nashville to win. This is a 90 minutes result in this one. It's if you think it's going to go to extra time, you have to pick the draw, basically. This is a 90 minutes result. Did you know that, Matt?
I did not know that because I would have picked it to go to extra time and Nashville winning it in penalties.
Okay, so you're picking a draw then if you're going to do that.
Oh yeah, I guess I am. Yeah,
you can do that. That's fine.
Because we haven't proceeded through the pick yet.
Okay. So I can still. Is it still time? Can I have my picks locked in?
You're here, so your picks can be changed by you right now.
Okay, then I'm changing it. It's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be 1-1, 1-1. Whole bunch of chaos. I'm going to throw in something else too. I think the red card will be shown.
I agree with that.
I think to Philadelphia, and it'll stay that way until penalties, and Nashville will win it at home.
Okay. And Maddie, if you get a lot of feedback on your end, mute in between. So I think it's getting a little bit of feedback on your end.
Oh no, that's not good. All right, we'll do.
There we go. Okay.
There it is.
She's in a car, folks.
I know.
It happens. It happens. Write down that Maddie changed her pick because I have her pick, so I want to make sure I have the right one.
Maddie changed her
She's got
pick.
draw. Okay. What do you pick, John?
I had a 90-minute draw. I had it taken longer than 90 minutes.
You didn't say it right.
Oh, draw.
Yeah, you always pick draw.
Draw. No,
Every game you pick draw.
I beg to differ, sir.
No, you pick more draws than you pick teams.
That's accurate. I don't pick draw every time.
Yeah, see, people already know. Shocker, John picked draw. They already know. They remember this from 3 years ago, John.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. Jarrett, did he pass out or what? What's happening?
Probably, yes.
Let's see if Jarrett. He had to leave. Okay, so he's out. That's fine. Let me pull up his picks so we have them. I got you Knicks. Jarrett picked draw because he hopes Philly pukes on their shoes on Broadway. Okay. Sophia Cupertino picks Nashville to win in 90.
Okay.
You pick draw. So we got 3 draws, 2 Nashville picks. I have not made any picks yet because I've been busy trying to organize all this stuff. I am going to pick Philadelphia in 90 minutes. And yes, I'm sick to my stomach picking it.
I couldn't go there.
I think they rotated in Vancouver and didn't want to play that game. Nashville's lost 5 of their last 6. Nashville's broken. Oh, it makes me sick to pick Philadelphia, but they're going to go to the Open Cup final.
Yeesh.
Well, you don't have to pick them, so I don't understand what's happening here.
I'm not, no, hold on. I'm not rooting for Philadelphia. I think they're going to win. There's a big difference. I pick to win. You're going to learn this.
Tisk.
No. You're going to learn because John knows, Garrett knows, Nick knows. I dominated this game last time so often because I picked who's going to win. And even if it's going to say it, Philadelphia is going to win.
R.I.P. Well, if the feedback is bad, I probably need to hop off as well because it's going to be weird. But from Cartwheel FC, we all say, we should add Cartwheel FC to the mix. Let that be a pick of the week. If we're
Well,
going
you
to win.
and basically, you have your own picks.
But that's the thing. It's like if you pick Cartwheel FC, then Cartwheel FC bag it, and they can benefit themselves in the pick selection.
What?
Well, what do you mean? Hold on. Who
I have
says
no
that
idea
we're
what
going
he
to
means.
lose?
No, they can tank and get the result that if they want to tank and just sit there and go loss, they can tank and just lose.
No, we're not picking Cartwheel FC games, John. We're not taking gambling and shenanigans and buffoonery to the Sons of Pitches League and picking their games. No.
I disagree. You have 3 other people in the car who disagree with this sentiment, and 4 as well. That's me as well.
No, we're not coming to pick the games, y'all. Like we were talking about doing a sponsorship with you. Remember, we can't have betting.
So when is this sponsorship happening?
Well, I don't know. Y'all had so many different things happen when the roster turned over, so now we got to figure that out.
Hold on. The roster's great. We made playoffs, right? We made playoffs already.
I know. Look at them lobbying.
So we're ready to go.
This is like Barcelona over here.
Whoa,
So
hey.
do we put Jared on the front of the jersey?
Jarrett's face on the front of the
Or
jersey?
Nick's face?
We are not putting Jarrett's face in front of the jersey. We are not doing that.
If we
That's
gave you
not
enough
happening.
money, you would.
Oh my god. Oh, this is chaos already. All right. Well, I'm glad I could hop in for a second. But yes.
She's like, wait a
Enjoy
second.
my picks.
Yes.
I can't hear
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Yes, that's probably safe for her to run out the door.
Yeah, I think so.
Will says, I like being right more than I like being happy. When it comes to picks of the week, yes, that is very true. We should have Cartwheel FC on SofaScore. I agree, Coco. SDH on the front of the shirt. It could happen. It was going to happen, and then they had like a whole big roster turnover. So it might happen now again. We will figure that out. She definitely is like, what did I sign up for? Sophia is scared to even show up, so I don't blame her at all. All right, so that's the Tuesday one. I think we have everybody's pick in. Hopefully Drew gets his in on time. If not, we'll just have to wait.
He's 0 for 8.
He's 0 for 8, and then he's behind the 8 ball. Wednesday, it is Bayern and Chelsea. I didn't give you the numbers because, again, we're going by the numbers that are posted as of Sunday night. So, like, when we get into the regular run of this, and I have to then get the 4 picks from whoever won the week before, it'll be after all the games end on Sunday that we're picking from. So it'll probably be like Sunday evening before a sheet is posted, and then we start picking. So whenever the sheet goes out, that's when the odds are locked. It was Nashville plus 125, draw plus 230, Philadelphia plus 185. Those are the odds we are working with in this show.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a painful 90 minutes, and then something was going to decide it.
Philly's going to win. It's going to be painful.
Ugh.
Wednesday, Bayern hosting Chelsea in the Champions League. Bayern is minus 154. The draw is plus 333. Chelsea is plus 375. Are you picking draw?
No.
Wow. Okay. What are you picking?
Bayern.
Bayern. You're picking them.
Yes.
Okay. You're not picking draw. You sure?
That's what I have written down here, and that's what I sent to you. So Bayern twice.
Okay. Nick is picking Bayern as well. Let's see. Maddie and Sophia. Maddie Bayern. Sophia goes Chelsea.
Okay.
All right. And then Jarrett goes Bayern because blank Chelsea.
F Chelsea.
Yes. I am going Bayern as well.
Okay.
So write my picks down too because I'm saying them as I go.
All right, hang on. So you had
Philadelphia,
Philly,
Bayern.
Bayern. Got it.
Yep. Bayern's just better. The little interesting things about it, Bayern have beaten Chelsea 4-1 and 3-0 in their last 2 games against them. Bayern have scored first in their last 8 straight matches. Chelsea's 2 wins, draws, kind of the Club World Cup hangover maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But Bayern have won 5 straight since losing to PSG in the Club World Cup quarterfinals.
They just got mad.
Yeah, Bayern's just better, I think. I think Chelsea is a contender to win the Champions League, though. I really do. I just think they're going to be a little bit of a slow starter this time around.
Right.
All right. So, yes, Dr. Coco, because blank Chelsea is the top-notch analysis we expect from Jared. I wanted more people to give me at least some reason why when they sent their picks in. We're going to start doing this before.
Okay.
David, I don't know who's going to do the Twitch pitch. It will be on Discord. If you're here and you're not on the Discord, yell at Jarrett Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He is the grand poobah of the Discord. And it should be kept and coordinated there and organized. And yes, I'm all for that. And it can be like, I think for the Apertura, it will be a compare and contrast. And then maybe we can get everything wrapped around to be ready for the Clausura to have you guys in it. But give us a season to work through this. So we've been off 3 years.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
3 years to figure this stuff out.
Come on. All right, Thursday, Asian Champions League 2. BG Pathum United and the Pohang Steelers. We don't have odds. So it is the home team, Pathum United, plus 100. The draw is plus 125. Pohang Steelers, plus 150. Pathum United, both teams have went 3-1-1 in their last 5 games in all competitions. So if you do not remember our friends at Pathum United, they are amazing, first off.
Mm-hmm.
They have one of the greatest crests you will ever find. It looks like a
robotic bunny.
I mean, yeah, I guess kind of a... I don't even know how to describe it.
It's like a Japanese 1970s cartoon anime looking thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually have like a mascot in costume, which would be amazing if they did. I would love it. But if you do not know them, they are a Thai club. They are managed by BG Sports Company Limited, a subsidiary of Bangkok Glass Public Company Limited. They're in the Thai League 1. They are the Rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
It derives from the Chinese zodiac of the first club president, who was born in the year of the rabbit.
Pavan Biram Bhakti.
That is why they are the Rabbits. That's why they have a psychotic, toxic, evil bunny on their crest. The club was founded in 1979 as Bangkok Glass, and they rebranded as BG Pathum United
BG
in
Bangkok
2018. Yes, that's where the BG comes from.
Okay.
So, Pohang Steelers, because this is what we do on Picks of the Week as well. We learn new clubs. We fall in love with new clubs. Pohang Steelers are currently 4th in the K-League 1. They are on 45 points. They're 13 wins, 10 losses, and 6 draws in the K-League. Who is at the top of the K-League? Somebody's running away with it. Oh, John Buck Motors. They are 20 points clear through 29 rounds.
Wow.
So they're on a calendar year kind of league as well. Pohang Steelers, so you know about them and you learn about them. Founded in 1973 from a steel company, POSCO, which still owns the club. They have won the K-League 5 times. They have won the AFC Champions League 3 times. I don't have any nicknames for the Pohang Steelers. I guess they're just the Steelers. They were once the Pohang Adams. That was a change to further strengthen local ties with the region. In 1997, they became the Pohang Steelers. Maybe they're Pittsburgh fans. I don't know.
Was it the POSCO Dolphins?
Oh, they were the POSCO Dolphins at one point. So they've been the POSCO Dolphins, the POSCO Adams, the Pohang Adams, and the Pohang Steelers. They are from a steel company. But,
yes.
Maybe they're Pittsburgh fans too. I don't know. We will get into Mondo mascots for sure. It will happen. Don't worry. Don't you worry, Ricky Ricardo. So, 2 teams that are 3-1-1 in their last 5. One team. Oh, what is Pathum currently doing in the Thai League? That was one I did not pull up yet. They are 4th as well in the Thai Premier League, but the Thai League is on a different schedule, so they've only played 4 games. They're in the fall to spring kind of season, so they are 2-1-1 in league play. They are 3-1-1 in their last 5, same as Pohang Steelers. It's a toss-up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what everybody picked for this one. Pathum United from Nick because blank Pohang.
F Pohang.
I mean, geez, Nick, that's harsh. We don't even know why we're feeling that way.
F Chelsea, F Pohang.
Well, Jarrett was the one who was all mean about the other one. He picks the Steelers
Whoa.
with no explanation. You don't even. Why are you saying whoa like you know something?
No, just the idea that because of where BG Patham United is one of those clubs that we've given the SDH bump to, and he counters the SDH bump out of the blocks.
Maddie picks the Steelers. Sophia picks draw. What do you pick?
Oh, we got to go with the bunnies, man.
You're picking the bunnies?
Picking the bunnies.
I'm picking a draw. Write me down. Draw. Okay. That is the Thursday game on the board. Friday. It's not Friday, though. It got moved to Sunday. It was supposed to be Friday. Leopards versus... Shut up, John. Leopards versus Black Bulls. It is the CAF Champions League qualifying round. We have no odds on this one.
So
the Leopards plus 100. The draw is plus 125. The Black Bulls are plus 150. It's the first of two legs. The Leopards are unbeaten in 6 straight. 3 of those have been wins. 3 of those have been draws. The Black Bulls are 2-1-3 in their last 6. So let's learn about the Leopards and the Black Bulls, shall we? As I try to type with one hand. Let's see if we can do this. It helps that I've looked these clubs up a little bit.
Yes.
The AFC Leopards SC. Is this the right Leopards? I'm actually not 100% sure it is. There might be multiple Leopards. I think we do have multiple Leopards. Hold on one second. Let's make sure we get the right Leopards.
Because it went to S. You typed SC and it went to FC. Or you typed FC and it went to SC.
So let me do it this
Leopards
way.
calf.
No, hold on.
All right, so we have the second hand coming into play. So Leopards. Okay, so he's doing the crossover matchup. AC Leopards de Dolizy.
So Google doesn't even have this in the way that they have other games, so that's a bit of a challenge. AFC or AC Leopards de Dolizy. I can tell you what their nickname is going to be.
The Leopards?
Yes.
They're going to be the Leopards.
Yes, they are in the Congo Premier League.
Okay.
They
haven't even started.
They have not played any games. Their first game in the Congo Premier League will be on September 28th after they play the two. Well, that's not going to happen because they play the Black Bulls on September 27th. They're going to play the Black Devils in their opener in the Congo Premier League. So
maybe not.
Look out for that.
Or the Otoho of Oyo.
Well, they're going to play New Generation at some point too, which is amazing. AC Leopards. They are from the Republic of Congo. They are based in Dolizy. They're known as the Beasts from Niari.
Oh.
They play in a stadium that has 5,000 seats. They have won the Congo Premier League 5 times and been runners-up 3 times. They've won the Coupe de Congo 5 times. They are a powerhouse, ladies and gentlemen. They wear green and white.
The Beasts from Niari.
Yes.
And Black Bulls Maputo would be Mozambique. Okay.
Yes, let's learn about
Black Bulls Maputo from Mozambique in this one.
Yes. They are in the Portuguese Associação Black Bulls. I know my Portuguese isn't where I'd like it to be. I'm working on it. They're based in Maputo. They are the current champion of Mochambola. They made their debut in the first division. I'm guessing that is the top division in Mozambique.
Mochambola.
It is known as the Mochambola. They made their debut in 2020. They won the South Group of the second division the previous year. The COVID forced the cancellation of the 2020 season 4 weeks in. They were founded in 2017, so they're a very new club. Of course, they are known as the Black Bulls. Their crest is amazing.
Yes.
How do we describe this? It's blue and black. The bull is blue, which it's not black. That's kind of upsetting. They could have switched that in the color scheme.
It's a blue bull.
It's a blue bull, but they're the Black Bulls. It looks kind of like I'm trying to think of the cartoon to describe it as.
Well, it reminds me of the Buffalo Bulls in college football.
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of on that pathway. That makes sense. So the Black Bulls against the Leopards. The Nisa Big Bullets in Malawi. Oh, that's a good one. Will, we do need a prop bet. Prop bet will come in next week when we have a winner because the winner will have to do the prop bet. Thank you, Will. I knew I was forgetting something. We don't have a winner yet, so the winner will get to declare the prop bet. Thank you. and I'm not going to. I'd have to go get a whole bunch of prop bet picks, and it's too much. It's too much. We're trying to shake off the rust here.
Yes.
So it's Black Bulls and it's Leopards, and it's leg 1 of the CAF Champions League qualifying round. The Leopards are hosting this one in Congo. We think it's been moved to Sunday. At least that's what's on the schedule. Our picks for this one: Nick picks the Black Bulls. Let's see. Maddie picks the Black Bulls. Sophia picks the Leopards. Jarrett picks the Black Bulls for no good reason. John picks
Draw.
Of course he does.
What'd you pick?
I haven't picked yet. I am going to pick the Leopards because they're at home.
Okay.
You don't go into where was it? Not the Congo, but what was the city? You don't go into Dolice and get a win at all against the AC Leopards. You don't do it. They're the beasts from Nairi.
Yes.
They win. They win handily. And yeah, they should be the Blue Bulls. The Bulls blue. It's like what are we doing? What are we doing?
You inverted.
Saturday, game 1 is Liverpool hosting Everton. Close your ears, ropes. Liverpool minus 222, draw plus 350, Everton plus 550. Liverpool 5-2-3 in their last 10 against Everton. 4 straight in the league, winning the goals in all 4 of those in the last 10 minutes. It's the first time that's ever happened in the Premier League. It's not Fergie time anymore. It's Arne time.
Arne time.
Everton 2-1-1 in the Premier League. They bounced back after a loss to Leeds in the opener. Scoreless draw against Villa on Saturday.
Jack Grealish having a time.
He is having a time. It's true. Picks on this one. Jarrett picks Liverpool. They're riding a lot of luck news. Also, Everton is Eeyore.
Just ask David Moyes.
Yeah. Sophia picks a draw.
Wow.
Maddie picks Liverpool. Nick picked Liverpool. John picks
Liverpool. Jason picks
draw.
Whoa.
I think Liverpool's going to be hungry from Champions League.
Okay.
And I think their luck's going to run out a little bit.
All right.
I think it'll be ugly. I think it'll be a draw. Saturday night, Monterrey against Las Águilas Club America. Monterrey plus 145, draw plus 220. Club America 155. Basically a toss-up.
Yeah.
Last 10 games between these two teams, a toss-up. 4 wins each, 2 draws. Rayados have won 7 straight in the league. They had a disappointing Leagues Cup, though, mixed in. They lost 2 in that. Club America comes in after a disappointing loss to Chivas over the weekend, who was not playing well coming into that. A bit of an upset. That broke a 4-game winning streak in Liga MX play for them. So Monterrey, Club America, basically a toss-up according to the odds. Let's see what everybody submitted. Draw from Nick. Let's go to the other section. Maddie picks Las Águilas. Sophia picks Monterrey. Jarrett picks draw. I'll take the over on stabbings and red cards.
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
John?
Monterrey
and Monterrey as well. Los Rayados. They will get the win. Sergio Ramos might be in the stabbing.
Well, and doesn't he have a new teammate?
Yes, he does. Who'd they hijack? Anthony Martial.
Yes.
Another escapee from the Manchester United gulag.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if he can pull us McTominay and have a glow up in Monterrey.
There you go.
If he does an album, it'll be better than Sergio Ramos's album. I can promise you that, because that music was terrible.
Wow.
What was he thinking? Worst soccer player song. Sergio Ramos. It's got to be on the list. Terrible. Garbage. Awful. Sunday, Lazio hosting Roma. Serie A. Lazio plus 75. Draw plus 230. Road favorite in Roma plus 150. 4-4-2 split between these two in their last 10 head-to-head, 4 wins apiece. Lazio 1 win in 3 so far in Serie A. They couldn't score in a loss on opening day to Como. They lost over the weekend to Sassuolo, both away, but no goals for Lazio. They scored 4 at home to beat Hellas Verona in between the two losses. Roma come in after a 1-0 loss at home to Torino. 2 1-0 wins started the Serie A season for them. Maurizio Sarri, he said, Lazio-Roma is by far the most difficult match of my career. Even thinking about it, emotionally exhausting.
So he's going to smoke more than he does.
Which is going to be 75 packs of cigarettes this week.
Mm-hmm.
He said, if I start thinking about it today, I won't make it to Sunday. It has nothing to do with the points or the league table, and I hope my players understand that. For Roma, Paulo Dybala will miss a couple weeks with injury. He is out of the Derby della Capitale. Nick, our Serie A expert. Ooh, I know it pained him to pick Lazio, but he did.
Ooh, wow.
He did. He picks Lazio. Let's see. Jarrett picks Roma. Maddie picks draw. Sophia picks draw. John.
Draw. I'll take Maurizio Sarri's quote, and that's why.
I pick Roma.
Ooh.
I pick Roma. I just think they're better. I think Maurizio Sarri will be strung out on cigarettes and will.
And he'll try to chain smoke on the field if and try and get away with it.
He'll go into the tunnel.
Yeah, it's like they'll cut away in the tunnel of him just absolutely just ripping.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. Coco, if the fireplace behind us slowly lit up, that would be amazing. We'll have lighting next time. I didn't bring an extra light. I thought we'd have a little more lighting. Again, we're figuring it all out as we go. Shut up, Alex Piscine. Jerk. Let's go. The last game of the day on Sunday, Marseille and PSG. Ligue 1. Marseille plus 250, draw plus 280, PSG plus 100. Another road favorite. PSG have won 8 of their last 10 against Marseille. Marseille, 2 wins, 2 losses to start Ligue 1. They had a fight in the locker room. 2 players got sent out of the club. PSG have won 4 straight, but they have everybody injured. Basically everybody.
So you're saying everybody?
Basically, yes. You're missing Ousmane Dembélé. You're missing Desiree Doué. You, over the weekend, and I want to make sure I have the full list because it was lunch. You lost during the win over the weekend where they beat Lyon 2-0. You lost Kavica Kvaratskhelia, Lee Kang-in, and Lucas Beraldo, who all had to leave the field with injuries. And you play in midweek.
And Luis Enrique's ding.
Yeah, he's fine. He's crazy and tough and what have you. Like, he's okay, fine. So
Lee Kang-in, Kvaratskhelia, Beraldo get added to the Dembele and Doué. So that's 5 that are dinged up in various ways.
So the odds heavily in PSG favor, but they play in the midweek. Makes it a little interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Nick picks PSG. I think most people are going to pick PSG, which I understand.
Yes.
Sophia picks PSG. Maddie picks PSG. Jarrett picks PSG. John picks
PSG.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick PSG too, so it's going to be a wash. I just don't have any faith in Marseille to get something out of it. And even banged up PSG, I think, can eke out a win. I'm not 100% sure. Let's catch up on the chat before we wrap everything up. I told you it would be about 10 o'clock. Yes, Maurizio Sarri is going to be double barreling. So that is accurate. Ricky Ricardo said, can I request the list of games in the Discord when sent out to everyone? Yes. Coordinate with Jarrett, please, Ricky, and that will work. We can do that. And then you'll have the odds that are locked in for us. Like, weird things will happen where there's an injury that comes out Monday morning and the odds might shift, but it's the way we can, again, do this and make it make sense and not go completely crazy with all of the stuff that happens on a soccer over there evening.
So PSG played 65 matches in 24-25 in a season spanning 11 months, 17 matches Champions League, 7 in the Club World Cup. Did mid-July with the loss to Chelsea. 3 weeks later, they were back for preseason training, and a week after that, they started the new campaign against Spurs in Super Cup. Then you end up winning Super Cup in penalties, win their first 4, and so Luis Enrique asked about it. It happens to everyone. It's a bit of a difficult time for us because we have a lot of players injured. I am calm about it. and I hope we will manage to overcome it, end quote. 19 PSG players played more than 1,000 minutes in 24-25, same number as Real Madrid and Barcelona, for example. But the Club World Cup had to take a toll. 19 players were used in Club World Cup. Chelsea used 27. They looked rinsed, according to Yahoo Sports, in the final. So PSG looking to play at least 55 matches this season, including Intercontinental Cup in December. And so you have that to stare at as well.
Okay. So that's picks of the week. Games one more time. And yes, I'll make sure shared with you, Ricky. So you got it. I need a separate mouse for this because it's gotten weird. Tuesday, it starts with Nashville and Philadelphia in the Open Cup semifinal. Wednesday, it's Bayern hosting Chelsea. Thursday, it's BG Batham United against the Pohang Steelers.
Bunnies.
Friday, which is actually going to be on Saturday, it's AC Leopards against the Black Bulls.
Which are the Blue Bulls.
They're blue. Saturday, it's Liverpool and Everton and Monterrey and Club America. And then Sunday, it's Lazio and Roma and PSG. I really wanted to pick against PSG just because I do think they're going to have a game that's a result that they shouldn't have because they're going to be again.
Yep.
But Marseille's too much of a mess. I have no faith in Marseille. Couple before we go, I saw a request.
Oh.
We need our Bentner and Icardi segments.
Most certainly we do.
Alex Pacine, again, we are not leaving celebrity sleaze in the past. Why would we do such a thing? The way we do this is I generally don't look them up until we get to this portion of the show as we're getting ready to wrap up. I think I have 3 things on Bentner. I might not get Icardi here because I think the latest, especially since we've been off the air with soccer over there, I think there's been a whole lot of things that have happened in the Mauro Icardi, Wanda Icardi situation. I know there's been rappers involved from Argentina. I know there's been music videos involved. I know there's been people that we talked about before that there were with that I think have popped back up into the picture. I think there's been private videos or photos shared. It's been...
BN Sports headline: He lost his head. Mauro Icardi at the center of a new scandal after headbutting a Galatasaray fan.
Oh, great. Headbutting fans.
August 20th, once again at the center of controversy, and as usual, it's not because of his football. Yeah. New scandal in Turkey shakes his hair and pushes him further away from the star image he once promised to be. Football, it seems, to have slipped away from Mauro Icardi's boots, and this is BN in their writing.
There's also a shock claim, according to Ricky Ricardo, that Mauro Icardi killed and ate a pigeon.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
During an official club event in Turkey, Icardi got into an altercation with a Galatasaray supporter. While it's unclear what words were exchanged, what was caught on camera was the Argentine's shocking reaction. A forceful headbutt to the fan's face. Showing no remorse, the striker turned away and walked off with his partner, actress China Suarez, leaving behind an uncomfortable silence.
We talked about old China.
And flashing cameras, as expected, viral, unleashing a storm of criticism against the player. Instead of goals, Icardi once again trended for an off-field incident that risks further damaging his relationship with both the fans and the club's management. For now, Galatasaray, and this is back in late August, had not issued an official statement on the matter, nor has it been confirmed whether internal sanctions will follow. Remains unknown if the supporter will take legal action, but the public pressure is undeniable. Many fans are calling for the to focus on the one thing that could still save his reputation: football. General feeling is clear. While his goals rarely make headlines anymore, his scandals always do. And in this battle between wasted talent and constant controversy, Mauro Icardi seems to have chosen his side, thus righteth BN Sports.
Well, BN Sports is wrong because Mauro Icardi, so far this the season with Galatasaray, has 3 goals in 4 games. That's pretty good.
And apparently he also congratulated the Turkish basketball team on reaching the Eurobasket final back 2 days ago.
Okay, good for him. 32 years old, 4 got a goal in 3 of them. Pretty good start for old Mauro, even though he's got a lot of other issues going on.
Maintain it up, guys. We boast of you, in addition to a Turkish flag emoji.
Okay. But yes, the Icardi went really wild while soccer over there was on hiatus. That is true. We'll try to recap it. Sergio Gomez said he killed and ate a pigeon when they were at La Masia.
Wow.
Good grief. Yes, we had Karim Benzema was a topic in the celebrity sleaze portion of the show. And yeah, there's been all kinds of things with that. Yes, Mauro is only 32 card. It's nuts. Nicholas Bentner. For some reason, this is back in the media again. That Bentner once unleashed an explosive rant at Arthur over a transfer deal that collapsed at the 11th hour. We talked about that years ago.
Did we talk about Mauro Icardi suing his ex-wife Wanda over an explicit video?
I just mentioned the explicit video link. Like, we're not going to get into it now because there's too much to catch up on. That'll be a whole nother idea somewhere down the line. But yes, there was an explicit video leak, and there's lawsuits allegedly.
There's your killing an ate a pigeon.
Mauro Icardi, there's nothing that's not a bingo card.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is possible with that man. So yes, I guess they discovered again in the Mirror that Bentner swore at Arsene Wenger and he refused to sell him. This is an interesting
Didn't he
one.
go hide in the bathroom at practice one day?
That's a different thing. Nicholas Bentner was asked about his verdict on Victor Gyökeres' debut for Arsenal. Let's see what he had to say. Of course, the headline's trying to get you down one way. Bentner defended the 27-year-old forward amid criticism of his debut. To be honest, Gyökeres didn't perform today. He's also in a new league. It's the first game of the season. Arsenal didn't perform. He showed in bits and parts of the game what he's capable of. So Bentner actually
measured.
Yeah, very measured words there from Nicholas Bentner. Now we do have, what is this? I don't even know what's happening here. Ex-football star Nicholas Bentner backs new PS team led by Valde. Counter-Strike. So Bentner's got a Counter-Strike team from Denmark and bringing fresh faces under a familiar name. The revived Tricked banner. People who are watching on Twitch and discovering, like, yeah, I know what's going on. I have no idea.
Yeah.
So the project is backed by legendary gaming group, a company that Arsenal striker Nicholas Bentner among its owners. He is a big Counter-Strike enthusiast. He previously owned a different team,
Prosapia.
and now he thinks they have a lineup that can compete at the highest level. Fans should get ready. This is just beginning. That's what Nicholas Bentner said. And yeah, all the other stuff is like, it's stuff that kept getting like rehashed from years ago.
Yeah, stuff we know.
No, that's a new one. It's not a new one, but it's from last fall. He was caught up in a knife attack while visiting New York. He escaped serious injury. That's good. He had a Baron's beauty who was worth 245 million pounds. Wow. Okay.
So is that the Lord Bentner?
No, he was Lord Bentner way before that woman.
So he
said he was Lord Bentner. He nearly Lord.
Oh, okay.
But of course, he probably screwed it up.
Yes, literally and figuratively.
His friend got to New York last fall. Okay, so Bentner's been busy since we've last checked in with him. Another story about when he was there and he got fined 2 weeks' wages after a night out when his drink got spiked. He's giving transfer advice to Spurs back in June. That's dangerous. Yeah, it's a lot of the same things with Bentner, except now he's got a Counter-Strike team, and he almost got stabbed, and I guess he almost had a Baroness who was worth a whole bunch of money, and he really became a lord. That's what we know.
And Will is not wrong.
Yes, talking about Mauro Icardi.
And billable hours.
That too. So we probably need, since it seems like Nicholas Bentner's chaotic life is slowing down, we might need a new entry into the Celebrity Sleaze section. So if you have any ideas, you can shoot them our way. You can also drop them in the Discord, and Jarrett will send them to us. And yeah, that's a show. That's a show.
Welcome back.
What we do, it will be Monday nights, 8 o'clock, generally till 10 or a couple minutes after. We do have a little bit of stoppage time. It happens. We will have Celebrity Sleaze. We will have Picks of the Week. We will talk about next week probably what happened in Champions League and what other chaos happens in the weekend in
picks,
domestic leagues. Thank you. I'll add that to my list. I'll make my master sheet. Good. So first off, thank you, everybody. I didn't want to totally blow this up and make it insanely crazy with a whole bunch of new faces yet. Hopefully new faces do come in and join the chat and get chaotic with all of y'all.
Yes.
But yes, I wanted this to kind of be for the OGs. So thanks you guys for always for this show to come back. We have had to try to make it a little more streamlined Big thank you to the Brewhouse Cafe for wanting to be part of bringing this back. What are you pointing at?
Thank you, Brewhouse. I'm saluting the house.
It's over there.
Well, there. Well,
And it's here.
Well, so it's like here.
We're at the patio.
Yeah.
Hi.
So it's like all over.
Yes, the hair is let down if we have hair, and the ties are loosened for soccer over there, and it becomes chaos. Picks of the week will be fun. We will have new teams in the mix. We will have some of our old favorites in the mix. Don't you worry. And yeah, that'll do it. It's going to especially be nuts as we get closer and closer to the World Cup.
Yes.
Which I don't know what soccer over there is going to look like next summer,
boy.
because we might be on 92.9 The Game with Atlanta Soccer tonight every night during the World Cup. So we might have to actually take some breaks. We'll see. Thank you so much for being part of it.